There it is. Got him! Oh, I didn't get him, but I scared him. Good enough for me. We're overweight again, as you can tell. It's like the endless story of being slightly too heavy for all your equipment.
Ready to lay down.
We're gonna lay down, don't worry. I'm sure they got a bed somewhere in here. Oh god, is this not an actual house? Ooh. Alright then. Oh no, there's the house, it's just burnt down. We are gonna have to make do then, because, I mean, I can't keep going. It's actually not that cold in here.
Starting to weigh me down.
We might be okay. I probably won't sleep all in one go. Oh, here's the forge. Oh, we can make stuff now. We might be spending more than one day here then. I'm a little bit nervous about the wolves that are outside. But we definitely might be spending more than one day here.
This stuff will come in handy.
Okay, so we got a hammer. That's good. I think that's something I actually need. I didn't read that note. I should have read that note. Let's go look at it. Can I read the note? Apparently I can't. I think I missed my opportunity. Anyway, I'll tell you how it works. It's not that difficult.
I think I can use this.
There's a military coat. Is that warm? It's got extra damage resist. It's very heavy. Not super great. Alright, well, we've got enough materials to get working on it. We're gonna sleep for the first day. Here's another hammer. And do some crafting here. And I've got some time today, like IRL, so we're gonna have a longer episode. So let's drop some stuff up here and then we'll get started. It's very spooky outside. It's very dark. I mean, it's just like wide open doors. The wolves are gonna come in. But I do seem to have just barely warm enough clothes to keep me warm while I'm asleep. You're getting the heat bonus from being asleep. Pants are frozen, and a lot of these clothes are really wet. But tomorrow when we use that forge, they're definitely going to dry out. Alright, so it's not quite daytime. It's almost there. That's another really pretty picture. Anyway, I've slept enough. I am starting to get cold, so this is not a great shelter, but we should be good to go ahead and get started. Oops, not that.
My fingers feel numb.
I know. We're about to warm up. Don't worry. What do I need? I need that scrap metal. I dropped a bunch of this off because, you know, this wasn't going to work. No. Okay. So let's get started. So, there's two elements to the forge. One is the furnace. The furnace acts pretty much like a regular stove kind of thing. But it is entirely necessary. Here, we'll start with that. It's entirely necessary to use the forge. So first you start a fire.
Come on.
This is kind of a long-term game thing, which I'm not planning on making too much, but I am going to make a knife with, if I can. And if they introduced anything else, I might make that too, but as far as I know, the knife's the only thing I'm going to be interested out of this. Alright.
That's done.
So, the forge here, we have to bring it up to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Go to Google, they'll tell you. Now as you add more wood, your heat output goes up, but you'll notice we're very far from 270 degrees Celsius. There is a better way to generate heat. One, there's a really hard wood. I think is it fir or cedar? I can't remember. One of those really hard woods burns really, really well. But another alternative is coal. I forgot. You gotta wait until a certain length of time before you can add coal. Forgot it's got like a little weird thing to it. So we gotta wait. While we're waiting, I'm gonna finish exploring this thing. I didn't explore down here. There's some crates. Fur, yes.
What have we here?
So fur is very heavy, but it's also, it burns really hot. Fire starter, there's another one. I don't know if I've gotten a fire starter in this yet. If I haven't, it's kind of like the magnifying glass, but you can use it indoors. Okay, so let's drop some more crap off. In fact, while I'm waiting for that to start, I could repair some clothes, couldn't I? What do I have on me that I'd like to repair? Let's repair that.
Can't feel my hands.
Ooh, it's stormy outside again. This will keep us warm. I'm worried about the wolves, though. Anyway. So we're at 21. Now we can add in a piece of coal. And you're going to see the heat output's just going to skyrocket. Not necessarily from a single piece, but it's going up a lot. Yeah, I'm going to add some fur in there as well. It's sort of a long-term, like, thing. You don't... Either. I just pull some coal out from over there. This isn't something that you just sit down and do. You got to spend, like, a day or two on this. While we wait for that to warm up, I'm going to check out this real quick. Don't think there's much of anything to gather from this, if anything at all. Just looks like their house burnt down. Just a couple pieces of wood, really.
Be able to carry this load for much longer.
Man, it's cold out here. Okay. Let's get back inside. Scrap metal's really useful for this as well. We kind of need it. See, look, we're warming up quick now. And hopefully, yeah, we're getting less frozen clothing, so that should help too. So, 86.4. We still got to go up. Let's throw in some fur. And we'll throw in a few pieces of coal. Ah, I see. Okay, so location to craft is forge. So we can make an improvised knife and an improvised hatchet at the forge. Improvised hatchet is just like a regular hatchet. Improvised knife is just like a regular knife. They both note that they're not robust or nice. Not fancy, but utilitarian. So to my understanding, their durability's less. They take a little bit longer to do the tasks. Like, if it takes 5 minutes to cut apart a large stick into smaller sticks, it takes maybe 8 minutes or something. So everything takes a little bit longer, but it is a long-term strategy for when your regular tools run out of durability. And you can use that hacksaw that I found before, which I think I actually left behind somewhere. You can use that to pull apart metal things like metal shelves and get more metal pieces. So it's a really good long-term strategy. And I kind of like they put it in there. Okay, I think one more piece of coal will do it. I don't know if other pieces, like different kinds of wood or sticks, can continue to bring the heat up. In fact, let's find out really quick. Ah, this fire's too long. You can't do any longer than 12-hour fires. Okay, so let's open the forge. It's trying to open the metal container behind the forge. So, this takes 3 hours, this takes 4 hours. I have just enough scrap metal to make it. Alright, so I've got my improvised knife now. I'm also very thirsty. And the pants are finally unfrozen. They're starting to get less wet. Eat some of this weight off. Alright, now, of course, I don't have enough scrap metal, but if we had more, we could potentially make an improvised hatchet as well. So, I like the forge. I kind of hope they expand upon things that you can make in the forge, because it seems like a really cool thing. You have to have a heavy hammer, by the way. One of those hammers I picked up. You have to have one of those to use it, and they're, as you likely imagine, heavy. They can be used, I think, to like break down things like boxes and stuff. They're not very good at it, but they can. I'm going to leave that here, though, because it is very heavy and not super useful. I like the improvised knife. I think it's kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to drop the rest of that coal. And probably repair some clothes and generally just get ready for the next day. And I need to pick up my wolf pelts and stuff, so... yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit, I guess. Alright, welcome back. Bright and early in the morning. Our clothes are in relatively good shape right now. Is that hay? I think it's hay. I was gonna see if there's anything over here, but I kind of doubt it. And I think I've dealt with most of the weight. I say that, and then I found this metal that I need to get rid of. Yeah, I think I've dealt with most of the weight that I don't want to carry. And we'll leave behind some stuff that I don't need that much. It'll help, especially as I eat some more of that food. Anyway, we're going to keep going around. So right now we are down at the old Spence homestead. If possible, I'm going to attempt to keep going this way until we hit the supply cache. Keep going up until we hit the railroad, and then continue around until we hit the shortwave tower. That's the plan, not how it'll actually be carried out, probably. Looks like got a bunch of fir and cedar over here again. To my understanding, you cannot make the fire hot enough without either coal or fir wood. So if you count fir wood and oh, come on. And you count the fact that oh, dang it, I did it again. I did it again. If you count fir wood, oh, why is there another wolf? Why are there two wolves? Come on! What is this?
Get away, you mother!
Oh, God. Hold on. We are about to die. Blood loss. Medical. Oh, God. That wasn't how I was planning on things going today. We're not suffering from any afflictions right now. So, assuming I don't run into another wolf, this isn't going to kill us. Probably. Oh god, it's having me, like, walk backwards. I'm about to black out. Huh. Alright, we are going to sleep. Plans did not go to plan today. As you likely imagine. I can't even walk up the planks. Okay. Be back in a bit. Ooh. Not dead. Yet. Oh, wow, that was bad. That was so bad. I've never been triple attacked by a wolf like that. Not all at once. Did we lose any clothes? No, all our clothes are here. They're just very damaged, a lot of them. Alright. You know what? I guess we're gonna be here for a bit. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Alright, so we're not in total good condition, but we're close enough. I've remembered to reload this thing now, and we're going to take a shot at it. We're going to go the other way. I think those wolves just hate me for staying near that fire so long, and they finally saw their chance. That was bad. That was so bad. I've never seen it that bad. You know, I've gotten killed by wolves before in the game. But that was because, you know, a series of unrelated attacks, or like I was low on health from hypothermia, and then they attacked me. But I've never had, like, the triple wolf rush come out of nowhere. And that's kind of terrifying, to be honest. A lot of my clothes are pretty beat up. I was able to repair them to a decent degree. But there are a few pieces that are sitting at like 50%. So when we get back, I'll try to do some more repairing when I get, you know, some more clothes to tear up. It's kind of exhilarating in its own way, though. Like, it's absolutely terrifying, but kind of exciting. I escaped from the very edge of death itself. Bunkhouse. Okay. These all look burned down.
I can make something with this.
Okay. Somebody's house fell into the lake. Okay, so we're about here. So let's keep going. It does look like there is a little part where the path kind of gets smaller here, with some rocks on the side probably. So I'll be on the lookout for that. This episode turned out a lot more exciting than I thought it would. I was kind of thinking I was going to end up cutting a lot out, and then, you know, we'd get to the old man, and then stuff would start happening. But this is a lot more interesting, what happened today. It's a little surreal, too, just kind of walking through the fog. Out in the wilderness. I wonder if these two rocks are what the map was referring to. I'm not sure. It might be. This feels like wolf territory. There's going to be one somewhere out here, out in the fog. I knew it. Got him! See, look, it looks like he reloads it, but he doesn't. I hate that. I almost did it again. I almost thought it was reloaded. But I remembered. I remembered that wolf attack. There's also a ginormous fly in here, and he won't leave me alone. Okay, no, he went away for right now. Excuse any later outbursts. I kind of feel like I'm probably not going to see this cache with all this fog around. Are those northern lights? It's looking kind of green. No? Just looking a little green. I don't know. Is that a campfire? That looks like a campfire. But like, you know, one that I didn't make. It's civilization! Or possibly just like a car on fire, you know, something. Okay, there was totally a fire. Oh, that was the flare I shot at the wolf. Gotcha. That makes sense. I think we're probably over here somewhere. Don't know if the wolf is going to still be angry at us. Or if he's dying. I can't tell. He's doing that slow walk, so he might be dying, or he might just be slowly walking looking for prey, like me. You know, it's kind of interesting. I'm thinking back to what I did after I got attacked by all those wolves, and the first thing I did was basically start bandaging myself, which I think was the best... That looks like a cave. I think was the best decision I could have made. Like, thinking back on it, I think that was the right decision to make. Because if I attempted to hobble back over there, I had so little health, and I was losing health because of the bleeding, that I probably would have died trying to make it back. Or if not would have died making it back, I would have died... That's cool. I would have died attempting to medicate myself after I got back. So I'm pretty sure I narrowly avoided death by, you know, making sure to heal up first. And, you know, sure, you could have potentially gotten attacked by a wolf on the way back. I mean, while standing there medicating yourself. And that might have killed me. But I'm almost positive I definitely would have died if I attempted to walk back first. Give me just a second. I got a text message I gotta answer. Sorry. So I'm almost positive that I did the right thing there. Like the best thing I could have done in that situation to ensure my survival. It's an interesting thing because you don't think about it much. When I'm almost positive I had 5 HP or less. And I would have lost that 5 HP in about maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I don't really know. But I would have lost it quickly. And if it was more like 3 HP, it definitely would have been like a minute. But I've had situations where I've attempted to get to safety before medicating in this game, and that's killed me. So it's, I guess it's not something that you normally think about. Like, you know, I've got all these contingency plans for stuff goes wrong. I've got a gun, I've got a flare gun, I've got matches, you know, I've got firewood to keep me warm. I've got, you know, weapons to attack a wolf with if it comes to jump on me. So there's all these contingency plans, but at the end of the day, dang it, a lot of those just don't protect me from, you know, just certain things, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, certain things I don't really have a contingency plan for, like a triple wolf attack. Okay, yeah, let's stay off that weak ice. See, this map's a whole lot easier when there's no fog or snowstorm, isn't it? In fact, I'm trying to see if I can see the radio tower. Should be somewhere over there. And pretty high up too, I imagine. There it is, I see it now. That's gonna be our goal next. You know, there's no contingency plan for I forgot to reload the flare gun, that kind of thing. That would have been another smart way to have dealt with that. If I had at least one flare ready, I would have only taken 2/3 of that damage, presumably. And then gotten away with a lot more health, a lot less close to death. But here's the question. Would it have been nearly as exhilarating? Probably not. Probably not. And it's not even that I can't remember to reload the gun. It's just its reloaded and unreloaded state look very similar. The only way you can tell that it's not loaded is that you don't do the little animation to cock it back when you pull out the weapon. And the little, you can't see the hammer back and the little yellow spike when it's not loaded. But other than that, your character looks exactly the same. Is this a maple sapling? Or is this a bush? I think this is a maple sapling. Or is it maple or is it, what is it? No, it's birch. There we go. Well, I don't have the way to make it yet, but I've got the ingredients to make it now. That's good. We're gonna need all those. We'll take him to the trapper's house, drop them all off there to dry. And then bump my mouse while I'm trying to scratch my wrist because I like spinning in circles. And then and then I can do a little bit of grinding between episodes to get him some stuff that he likes till he trusts me and teaches me how to make a bow.